Hello and welcome. Friends, I hope you're having a lovely day because today it's about to get better. I'm gonna show you how to make Tex-Mex ground beef tacos. We're gonna top them with some freshly shredded cheddar cheese, and to make it even better, I'm gonna show you how to make my mom's famous warm salsa that is great, especially on these crispy tacos. So whether you like ground beef, ground turkey, potato tacos, this salsa is gonna like really make it, you know, to where they're gonna be like, you know what? You're ready to get married again. Again, for those of you that are married, and if you're not, they're gonna get down on one knee and it's gonna come, okay? It's gonna come for you. So now that I've said that, let's get started on preparing these delicious golden crispy tacos. Before I get started filling in my tortillas for our ground beef tacos, I like to dip them in oil quickly, just so that they soften up a bit. Not all tortillas are created equal, but this assures me that my tortillas are not going to break and they're going to be easy to fold and fry up. I'll be making a pound of ground beef, but this recipe is super versatile for 1/2 pound to 2 pounds. You just have to adjust or duplicate your seasonings, okay? So we're going to start off with a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, ground cumin, your oregano. And the next seasoning is going to be optional. You can either use salt or your chicken bouillon. Bouillon. We almost had it, guys. What is that, an ongoing joke here? So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm going to be squeezing. I'm going to make sure that I blend this well. If you notice, I'm not using any fresh ingredients in here because with ground beef and with potato, I don't like anything popping back at me when I'm cooking. Good call. So if you guys don't enjoy those, because sometimes when I do flautas, I like the onions inside, the flavor that it gives. Yes. So I'll handle it with that. But for the other ones, I like to add the dry seasonings, and we guaranteed a nice, delicious flavor, especially when we're using ground beef, you know. This seasoning works great with turkey or ground chicken, just that if you're using turkey, add a little bit of oil to your mix. So I'm going to soften this ground seasoned beef for about 2 minutes with my hand, just so that we have a nice and smooth spread when we place it on our tortilla and it's an even cook, okay? You don't want to end up with some of the crumbles for this particular recipe. Oh, I see. Okay. But if that's what you like, then let me know and I'll give you guys another recipe for it. Well, it's day 2. Cloud's making fun of my hand again. Sorry, guys.
It's all in good fun.
I think they already know how we are. So I'm just going to make it easier for me to assemble a bunch of crispy tacos because nobody really just eats one, right?
I've never met a person that just ate one taco.
So I like to press it down really, really thin here. And if you notice, let me bring this up, I leave enough room, like a little half moon, okay? And then fold. Just like that. I'll make one more with you guys. So you end up with about tablespoon and a half of filling. I know some of my ladies there are precise with their measurements. You gotta stretch that dollar, ladies.
And gentlemen.
And gentlemen. Well, I hear in the comments it's mostly the ladies that are holding it down. So if there's any gentlemen, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Come on and play with us in the comments.
There's nothing more attractive than a man or a woman or whoever you are that can provide for their family and keep them happy, right? So shout out to you. So let's go ahead and continue filling our tacos. Something about holding these tacos that seems very intimate to me.
It's therapeutic. If you're having a rough time, you make some of these tacos, your mood will be uplifted right after. And if it doesn't, then it's deeper than what I can help you with.
Yeah, you need to follow us on Las Doñas. And
You'll need a vacation or something.
I'm going to continue to fill my tacos, and I'll meet you guys when it's time to fry. I started boiling 3 tomatoes and 1 serrano. If you have a jalapeño, use the jalapeño. If you can't handle the spice, use a poblano or an Anaheim. So I'm gonna continue to boil these until they're super, super soft. Before we get started frying the tacos, I want to share with you guys that I absolutely love this rack. You can find it in the Amazon storefront. The link is in the description box. And I'm just going to let them drain on here because I don't want to use paper towels because I want them to stay crispy. If you put them over paper towels, they're going to get soft quickly. So use the rack. I got started on some tacos. You're just going to place them down right here to the side. After 30 seconds or so, you're going to flip it over to the other side and make sure that we get a good fry on all of it. And then I'm going to release these so they can get that good last crisp that they need. The wonderful thing about this particular blend is that it doesn't pop at you. Now, if you're using a high fat content of ground beef, you might get a little bit of popping, but just take it easy. You're in charge of the fryer, okay? And as soon as you see them turn that golden brown crisp that we all love, that's when you're going to start taking them out. See, and you might get a little tear here and there if, you know, you have the thin tortillas, but those thin tortillas are what make the ground beef, like tacos, super crispy and just like, you just want to eat 100 of them. They're like, give me the whole tray.
I'm okay with the little tear. It motivates me to bite that spot first.
It gets crispier, right?
It does.
Yeah. Just let that excess oil drip out. And set them on your rack. So I'm just going to continue to place all of our tacos here. This recipe is going to give me about 20 or so. Depends on how you fill them. So anywhere between 18 and 20. Okay? If you feel that your tacos are burning too quickly, just lower your temperature. It'll take you a little bit longer to get them through, but you know, even if it takes you a little bit longer at a lower temperature, you're still gonna get the crisp and crunch that you deserve, because you deserve it.
And that beautiful color.
Yeah. And for those of you that like extra flavor on your hard tacos, I'm gonna show you a tip. If you wanna come over real quick, Bob?
Sure
thing. You can show them. Right when you take your crispy golden brown tacos out of the oil, I like to sprinkle a little bit of salt over them because it's kind of like you're eating your Mexican corn chips, you know? And for those of you that love spice and flavor, you can use the Views Extra Hot seasoning and sprinkle it over for that extra spice flavor. It's going to be super, super good. So set your oven at 175 while you make your salsa or while you're serving your family so that they can enjoy some nice warm tacos. I'm using my mini Ninja chopper today, and I'm just gonna add my cilantro first, because when I add it towards the end, it's always it always ends up getting stuck up there. Mm-hmm. Next, you're gonna add your tomatoes and all that juice that comes with them. Okay, we need all of that. If you're using the mini Ninja chopper, I would say chop them up a little bit, like in fourths, so we get a good chop. And we'll begin. I know that was so quick and easy. Now we're going to go ahead and add our oregano. And you want to start off with half the juice of a lime. If you have lemon, go ahead and use it, but this particular sauce has a lot better with lime. And add your salt to taste. If you guys notice in my cooking, I use Himalayan pink salt. So just adjust according to the salt that you're using. And this one does require a little bit more salt than the other ones. Taste your salsa, see if you need any more lime or salt, and adjust to taste. And now it's time to fill our tacos. Your lettuce, your cheese, lettuce and cilantro. I like to just sprinkle it over. And your salsa. I like to pair the tacos with some soup. And this is lentil soup that I'm having today. And the recipe, I'll link it in the description area because I made it before with some empanadas. Amigos, what did you think? Super easy to make, right? Well, I want to thank you guys so much for your time and for hanging out with Cloud and I today. These tacos are going to be epic. I mean, there's something that you need to have at least once a month. Kind of like you practice your tortillas, you need to have some crispy brown tacos once a month. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and on that one, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Adios! You know we're gonna do a tasting, right? Friends, I have something I want to talk to you about. Have you ever had your partner, your husband, bring an unexpected guest? Well, you know, in my house we don't send anybody away. So if you guys ever run through those situations where you have an unexpected guest, these tacos are super easy to make. And then with that salsa, they're gonna ask you for the recipe. And when they ask you for the recipe, I want you to share it. I want you to shine, because I don't shine if you don't shine. Right?
That's right.
Apparently our chuchos think so too. Chucho is like a doggy, a street doggy. And we do have our dogs that we adopted, so they're chuchos. Mmm. Crunchy on the outside, flavorful in the middle. The wonderful part about the ground beef is that it's seasoned throughout. So anything that you add extra, it holds its own flavor. You can taste the crispy corn, tortilla. You can taste the delicious ground beef that's seasoned to perfection. And cheddar cheese with these. I know you're gonna wanna do queso fresco, but I'm gonna tell you to refrain on this one. Use a freshly shredded cheddar cheese.
That's how she gets the kids to eat lentils.
Eat your soup or you don't get the tacos.
And now they request lentils all the time, don't they? You trickster.